Would you like to become literally the most powerful person that you know? Stay tuned today. Grab something to write with because we're going to talk about why the less you care, the more powerful you become, why this dynamic works, and how to harness it in your life. A lot of times people think that caring is an important thing and that caring is helpful and that you need to care. But the more you can get it in your mind that caring is actually a waste of your time, okay? The easier of a time you're going to have manifesting and the more powerful you're going to become and the bigger benefit you're going to have on yourself and the people that you care about. All right, so there's a few reasons why. The first reason why you become more powerful, the less you care, is that you can't be swayed to the negative. If you don't care whether it works out or not going to bother you. And if it doesn't bother you, when things don't appear to be going in a good way, you're not going to go negative. Your vibration isn't going to dip. And this is critical because your vibration is what creates reality. If you care, you're letting things drag you down. And when you get dragged down, you create within your reality more problems and more things that are going to bring you down. So this is the first reason why caring is totally futile. To explain this a little bit more deeply, what I really think about with this one in my own life is my relationship with teenagers. This is a really good one, okay? So a lot of you guys know that I used to be a high school teacher. So I taught thousands of teenagers, all right? So I've dealt with teenagers. I know how they roll. I know how they act, okay? And today, my children are actually teenagers now. So I have a 14-year-old and I have a 16-year-old. And it's a very interesting dynamic that I see with other parents who have teenagers because a lot of times, more often than not, parents do struggle with teenagers. Okay, they struggle with them. They can get frustrated with teenagers because teenagers have this tendency to be a little bit more dramatic, melodramatic. Sometimes they can be moody. Sometimes they can be rude. Sometimes they can roll their eyes at you. There's many reasons for this, okay? All right. And parents don't like that. They care. They care that their child is, polite. They care that their child behaves properly. They care that their child treats them with respect. Okay. Me, I don't care. Now, I don't care because I've seen it all 1,000 times, right? I've had so many kids roll their eyes at me and say snarky things like it just brushes off me like no problem whatsoever. And if any of you have taught high school or middle school for an extended period of time, you probably have kind of the same attitude. You're just kind of unfazed about it. And so with my kids, when they have an attitude, I don't push against it. They can't make me go negative because I don't care. I'm unbothered. I can't go negative. And as a result, I don't end up in fights with my children. I don't have issues with them acting crazy. They get good grades. They largely behave. We get along great. Why? Because they can't make me go negative. My son or daughter can't walk through the door in a bad teenage mood and knock me over because I'm unfazed. And so this is the first reason why the less you care, the more powerful you become. All right, the second reason why the less you care, the more powerful you become is that when you don't care, you rise above everything, okay? You put yourself above. You put yourself in a more powerful position because you rise above when you don't care. Now, here's the reason why. If you don't care about something, it's not a priority in your life. You have more important things to attend to. It is beneath you. This is an important thing to understand because when you put yourself in a position where things are beneath you, you are actually elevating yourself to a higher status. This is like being a king or a queen or a boss or a president or whatever. The person in charge is the one above. They can't be bothered with the issues that are going on at the lower levels, but they have more power. The resources flow more to them. They have more influence over the other people because all of that stuff that everyone else is caring about is beneath them. When you don't care, what you're saying is, this is beneath me, which means that I'm the authority figure. I'm actually the one in charge. I'm actually the power head here. It's another way to step into king or queen energy. You've put yourself on top of the hierarchy. Everything that's beneath you, you're in charge of now, not the other way around. This is why people who don't care are able to move mountains. They're able to get help for no good reason. They're able to have money flow to them for no reason. They don't care. Okay? Very important thing to understand. When you don't care, you are an optimist. Not caring is wildly optimistic. Okay? And optimism gets results. You guys all know this. Positive thinking gets positive results. You guys know this, okay? Not caring is optimistic. Whether or not you've thought about this before, it is true. Not caring is very optimistic. So let me paint you a scenario, okay? Let's say that I have a flight that I got to get on, okay? And I'm driving to the airport and there's a traffic jam, okay? If I really care about making that flight and getting there on time, what's going to happen? How am I going to think about the traffic? I'm going to be thinking pretty pessimistically. Oh my gosh, this traffic is in the way. Oh my gosh, now I got to hurry more. Oh my, what if there's a line? What if there's a line at the counter? What if I don't get through on time? You will immediately go to a place of pessimism. But if you don't care, you are optimistic. Why? Because underneath not caring is everything's going to be fine for me. Everything always works out anyway. I literally don't care. Even if I miss the flight, I know everything's working out for me. That's the attitude you put out when you don't care. And so instead of fighting the traffic jam, you're putting out a message that says everything's going to be fine regardless. So who cares? Now I'm not attracting negative results. I'm not paranoid and stressed on the road trying to get to the airport, probably attracting more of a traffic jam, more unfriendly people around me, more problems to deal with. Instead, I am cool as a cucumber and things just work out for me. Now I know this to be true. Okay, this airport one, I know this one to be true because this was me to a T. I used to get so stressed out before getting on a plane, to the point where I was like racing through the airport, getting into altercations with people, losing your luggage, all this trash. I don't have those issues anymore. Okay? I don't care. And when I don't care, everything lines up. I think a lot of people think that people who don't care are evil or are bad or sadistic. No, they're optimistic. They're very optimistic. And if you don't believe me, look around. Okay, the people that you know that are the most positive and good things are happening to them, they are also the most relaxed, don't care people that you know. Okay, so keep that in mind. Not caring is wildly optimistic. And real quick, guys, you guys know I've always got the business to attend to here. I have a new course that I'm working on right now, and it's not ready yet, but it will be ready in April. And I'm building this course because I've been getting lots of questions for people who are dissatisfied with their work life. Okay, either they are frustrated with their current job, maybe they feel unfulfilled, maybe they feel like their job is soul crushing or their career is soul crushing. Maybe they're dealing with toxic coworkers or bosses, or they're feeling like they can't get ahead, or they're just not making enough money. I'm also getting lots of questions from people when it comes to how do you find your passion? How do you find a career that is in alignment with your highest joy? Something that you're good at, something that is fun for you, something that you get excited about, and something you actually make money from doing. So I'm creating a course to address these questions, and the name of this course is going to be The Golden Path. So if you are interested in learning more about that program, make sure to go ahead and sign up for the notifications, okay? Because we will be sending out notifications when that course goes live. And also I'll be sending out a 50% off coupon code for the first week that it launches. So if you'd like that 50% off code and to be alerted when that course goes live, again, you can check out the link. It's in the description of the videos. On Instagram, you can find the link in my bio. I have a link tree where all my things are linked up. All right, so that is the business. Now, the next reason why the less you care, the more powerful you are, is that when this is the case, you will be moving in your own rhythm. You will be moving in your own flow. Okay. We talk a lot about staying in the flow and that you really want to be in the flow to get positive results. Being in the flow means that moment to moment, you're doing what works for you. You're doing what you feel like doing, what you're called to do. So you're staying in this place of feeling like you're in inspired action most of the time. Okay. When you care, it's very hard to stay on flow. Because again, the second somebody comes up and reminds you about this thing that you want to happen, your vibration goes down, you steer off course, you let them swing you negative. You start responding to problems rather than staying in the flow. But when you don't care, you are literally just meandering through life, doing what works for you, moment to moment to moment, without a care in the world, because literally that's all you have to do. Not caring is critical for being in flow state. It really is. You can see this in athletes, okay? Like the really, really good athletes, you can put them in at the Olympics. You can put them into the Olympics and they look unfazed. You see like these gymnasts that have perfect routines and they just go out there and do it. They don't care, but they're able to do that. They don't care. I'm not saying they don't have an interest in winning, but in that moment, they're able to suspend this feeling like, what if I lose? What if they deduct me? They're not thinking about that. They just go out there and be in the flow. Being in the flow is critical, but in order to be in the flow, you can't be afraid of losing. The minute you start fearing loss, right out of the river. Okay? So not caring is very, very instrumental in helping you not only get into flow state, but stay in flow state. You want to care about as little as possible so that you stay in flow state as much as possible so that you're manifesting good results as much as possible. And yeah, aside from that, if you haven't yet, please make sure to go ahead and like the video. That always helps me out, and it's free. It's a free way to donate to the channel and help me out, so I do appreciate it. Make sure if you haven't yet, I do have a manifesting test that you can take if you haven't checked that out yet. It's free, it's 5 minutes, and it will show you that you are the creator of your reality because it's going to enable you to put something out and watch it come back. So if you want to prove to yourself that you are the creator of your reality, please make sure to go ahead and take that test. That test is at manifestingtest.com. Again, you can check out the link. It's in the description of the videos. On Instagram, you can find the link in my bio. I have a link tree where all my things are linked up. Thanks again for coming along with me. I do appreciate it. And of course, I do look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.